It's been a couple of weeks since I was able to ride a motorbike, and it does feel good being back on two wheels. The only question is, where do I actually want to go today? Well, there's only one place I want to go. Yes, if that intro didn't give it away for you, I am heading over to the milk shed. It's been several weeks since I went to the milk shed, and there are people out there who think I shouldn't go to the milk shed on my own. They know who they are, and I would completely agree with you actually. The milk shed is amazing. It just feels 100 times better when you are there with a bunch of other bikers. But nevertheless, it's been a few weeks since we were out riding. It's been, well, I don't know how long it's been since I actually went to the milk shed now. So let's head over to the milk shed. I'm sure there are people out there who think that having two motorbikes must be amazing, and it's probably a topic for another video entirely. But I will say this, as a person with two motorbikes, there are times when I feel absolutely spoilt, and I definitely appreciate what I have. And yes, for the most part, having two motorbikes is amazing, because if one of them breaks, then you use the other one. If one of them fails the MOT, you use the other one. But having had both bikes off the road recently, I must say, it kind of shifts from twice the fun, it shifts to twice the pain, twice the agony, twice the cost, or in the case of this bike, probably more than twice the cost. Having a 125 and just seeing how easy they are to fix and how cheap they are to fix, and then getting a 600 and finding that intermediate pipe costs as much as it does, yeah, it definitely did turn into twice the pain there for a moment. I will say this, although yes, it 100% is much better being here with other bikers, it's also much better being here on your own than not being here at all. Yes, I once came here actually a couple of months back, pulled in as I just did right now, and my friend's bike was sat here. And he was here on his own as well. We hadn't spoken in weeks. We hadn't arranged to meet up or anything. We'd just both individually decided to go out on a solo ride and go to the milk shed. I pulled in and there he was on his 125 and I was on my 125. Well, it's also been a while since I was here with the sun out. Of course, these last few months, what, 5 months? Of course, I've been riding through the winter. So of course, every time I come here, it's like 3, 4, 5 degrees. It's actually really nice to be here with the sun out for a change. Something that has dawned on me recently whilst working on this bike, it's something that I was already aware of. Of course I was already aware of it, I was just a little bit ignorant of it. and that is that this bike is 19 years old this year. And I started thinking about this when I was looking at that rotten intermediate pipe, because rotten exhaust is not exactly what I think of when I think of my Daytona 675. She certainly doesn't look 19, but she is. I think because she looks so good that I think of her as a much newer bike. But actually, thinking about it, I got this bike on the road and then very quickly I had to sort out a leak from the fuel tank, and it wasn't that long ago that I had to sort out the blown radiator, and then in the last week or so doing that battery tray and battery upgrade, of course we had a rotten intermediate pipe. And you wouldn't have got all of those things if the bike had been as new as she looks. I do complain about Triumph sometimes, but they did hit the nail on the head when it comes to the aesthetics of these bikes. And I think maybe that's why she doesn't look 19 and why I don't think of her as a 19-year-old bike.
Oh, my stomach hurts a little bit now, but that's my own fault. I will insist on going to the milk shed and drinking milkshakes, despite my dairy intolerance. But as a friend of mine recently pointed out, there's a difference between an allergy and an intolerance. And I'm not allergic to dairy. My body just can't tolerate much of it. So, one white chocolate and raspberry milkshake will be enough. We'll overlook the fact that I've got a litre of salted caramel milkshake in my backpack. Yes, we don't need to talk about that bit. Must admit, I think I may have been taking motorbiking for granted a little bit. It's like anything though. When something becomes part of your everyday life, it is far too easy to take it for granted. And when your motorbikes are there for you, as and when you need them, yeah, it is a little bit too easy to take them for granted. And being back on two wheels now, whilst I do appreciate what I've got, I think maybe having the two bikes made me think that I would always have two wheels available, and it's been a little bit of a wake-up call having both bikes off the road. But it's been a thoroughly enjoyable little ride out, and I think I know exactly where I'm going to finish my ride.